Last week, a 28-year-old software engineer sat in my office, unable to make eye contact. "Dr. Morgan," he whispered, "I think I've broken myself. I can't feel anything during sex with my girlfriend anymore, but when I'm alone, everything works fine. I'm terrified she's gonna leave me." His story isn't unique. As a urologist specializing in men's sexual health for the past 15 years, I see this devastating pattern more often than you might imagine. I'm Dr. Rachel Morgan from Urology for Men, and today I need to address something that affects millions of men but is rarely discussed openly. Self-pleasure is completely natural and healthy, but certain techniques can literally rewire your nervous system in ways that destroy your ability to enjoy intimacy with a partner. The 3 patterns I'm about to reveal don't just affect your sex life, they can steal your confidence, damage your relationships, and leave you feeling broken and alone. What makes this tragedy even worse is that most men have no idea they're slowly conditioning their bodies to respond only to extreme stimulation that no partner can replicate. The good news? Everything I'm about to share is completely reversible when you understand the science behind what's happening to your body. Before we dive deep, I want you to know that if you recognize yourself in these patterns, you're not alone and you're not broken. Drop a comment if you've experienced changes in sensitivity or performance. I read every single one and often provide personalized guidance. Your courage to seek information could save your relationship and restore the confidence you deserve. Let me tell you about 3 specific habits that can transform healthy self-pleasure into a trap that destroys your sexual response. The first pattern was identified by Dr. Lawrence Sank in 1998 and has since been documented in clinical literature as traumatic masturbatory syndrome. This occurs when men consistently masturbate in a prone position, lying face down on a bed, pillow, or other surface, creating pressure and friction that no human partner can replicate. Here's what happens to your body during prone masturbation. You're conditioning your nervous system to respond only to the intense pressure of your full body weight combined with rapid friction against a hard surface. Your penis becomes accustomed to forces that can exceed 15 to 20 pounds per square inch, while a partner's mouth, hands, or vagina provides only 2 to 3 pounds of pressure at most. A comprehensive study published in the Archives of Sexual Behavior followed 2,600 men who reported premature ejaculation, but researchers discovered something unexpected. When asked open-ended questions about their masturbation habits, rather than multiple-choice options, 34% revealed they practiced prone masturbation or similar high-pressure techniques. These same men were 3 times more likely to experience erectile dysfunction and delayed ejaculation during partnered sex. Michael, a 31-year-old patient, had been prone masturbating since age 14. By the time he came to see me, he hadn't been able to climax during sex in over 2 years. His wife blamed herself, thinking she wasn't attractive enough. Their marriage was falling apart. "I feel like a fraud," he told me. I can perform alone, but with the woman I love, my body just shuts down." The neural pathways in your brain literally become wired to expect specific pressure patterns and positioning that only prone masturbation provides. Your corpus cavernosum, the erectile tissue in your penis, becomes less responsive to the gentle stimulation that characterizes normal sexual activity. This isn't psychological. It's neurological conditioning that changes how your body responds to touch. The solution requires patience and retraining. Michael took a complete break from masturbation for 6 weeks, allowing his nervous system to reset. When he gradually resumed, he used only his hands with lubrication, avoiding any position or pressure that resembled his previous pattern. Within 4 months, his sexual response with his wife returned completely. The second devastating pattern is what researchers call idiosyncratic masturbation techniques, commonly known as death grip syndrome. This involves using excessive pressure during manual stimulation that desensitizes nerve endings and creates dependency on unrealistic levels of force. Your penis contains over 4,000 specialized nerve endings designed to detect subtle variations in pressure, temperature, and movement. When you consistently apply excessive pressure during masturbation, these nerve endings begin to shut down to protect themselves from overstimulation. It's like listening to loud music for years. Eventually, you need higher and higher volumes to feel the same impact. Dr. Barry Komisarik's research at Rutgers University, using functional MRI scanning, revealed that men who practice high-pressure masturbation show measurably different patterns of brain activation during sexual stimulation. The areas responsible for processing gentle touch become less active, while regions associated with deep pressure sensation become hyperactive. A clinical study of 500 men with delayed ejaculation found that 37% practiced what researchers termed idiosyncratic techniques. What are yours? Methods of self-stimulation that couldn't be replicated during partnered sex. These men required increasingly firm pressure to reach climax, creating a vicious cycle where normal sexual touch became inadequate for arousal. James, a 25-year-old medical student, came to me after his girlfriend expressed frustration that nothing she did seemed to satisfy him. "I need to squeeze so hard that it actually hurts," he confided, "but even then, it takes forever. She thinks there's something wrong with her, but I know it's me." His habit of extremely tight-gripped masturbation had literally numbed him to normal human touch. The physiological mechanism involves desensitization of mechanoreceptors, specialized cells that detect pressure and vibration. When consistently overstimulated, these receptors require progressively stronger signals to activate. Meanwhile, your brain learns to associate sexual pleasure only with the specific type and intensity of stimulation you've been providing. Recovery requires complete abstinence from masturbation for 4 to 6 weeks, followed by gradual retraining using minimal pressure with high-quality lubrication. James followed this protocol religiously. "It was the hardest thing I'd ever done," he said, "but after 3 months, I felt sensation returning that I hadn't experienced since I was a teenager." The third pattern involves overly aggressive or rough techniques that can cause actual physical damage to your penis. While rare, I've seen cases where forceful bending during masturbation has resulted in penile fractures, a urological emergency that requires immediate surgery. Your erect penis contains 3 chambers filled with blood under significant pressure. The tunica albuginea, the fibrous covering around these chambers, can tear if subjected to excessive bending or twisting forces. When this happens, you'll typically hear a popping sound, followed by immediate, severe pain and rapid swelling. This requires emergency surgical repair within 24 to 48 hours to prevent permanent damage. Even without frank fractures, aggressive techniques can cause microtrauma to penile tissue. Repeated minor injuries lead to scar tissue formation, which can eventually cause curvature, pain during erections, or erectile dysfunction. Peyronie's disease, a condition causing painful penile curvature, has been linked to repetitive trauma in some cases. David, a 33-year-old construction worker, developed a significant leftward curve in his penis over 6 months. During our consultation, he admitted to very rough masturbation techniques, often when not fully erect. "I thought being rough made me more of a man," he said. "Now I'm scared my wife will be disgusted by how I look." Fortunately, early intervention with gentle techniques and medical management helped prevent progression of his condition. The key to preventing physical injury is understanding that your penis, while resilient, isn't indestructible. Even when partially erect, aggressive manipulation can cause damage that may not be immediately apparent, but accumulates over time. Now that you understand these 3 patterns, let me share the recovery protocol that's helped hundreds of my patients reclaim their sexual health and save their relationships. This isn't just theory, it's a clinically tested approach that works when followed consistently. Step 1 requires complete abstinence from masturbation for 4 to 6 weeks. This reset period allows your nervous system to return to baseline sensitivity levels. During this time, you may notice increased morning erections and spontaneous arousal, signs that your natural sexual response is recovering. When you resume self-pleasure, the technique matters enormously. Use high-quality, long-lasting lubrication to reduce friction. Apply only the minimal pressure needed for pleasurable sensation. If you're gripping tightly enough to see knuckles whitening, you're using too much force. Focus on varying your technique rather than repeating the same motions. Different speeds, pressures, and Hand positions prevent your body from adapting to any single pattern of stimulation. Incorporate mindfulness into your practice. Pay attention to subtle sensations rather than rushing toward climax. Consider working with a certified sex therapist who can guide you through sensate focus exercises with your partner. These techniques help both of you learn to appreciate touch without the pressure of performance, rebuilding intimacy that may have been damaged by sexual difficulties. The timeline for recovery varies, but most men notice improvements within 2 to 3 months of consistent practice. Sensitivity typically returns first, followed by improved performance with partners. Full recovery can take 6 to 12 months, but the investment transforms not just your sex life, but your confidence and relationship satisfaction. Beyond technique modification, address any underlying factors that might be contributing to sexual difficulties. Low testosterone, certain medications, diabetes, and cardiovascular disease can all affect sexual function. Mental health plays a crucial role in sexual function. Anxiety about performance often drives men to more aggressive self-stimulation techniques, creating a cycle of dysfunction. For many men, pornography use is intertwined with problematic masturbation techniques. The unrealistic portrayals in pornography can create expectations that drive the pursuit of extreme stimulation. Communication with your partner is essential throughout this process. Explain what you're working on and why, reassuring them that sexual difficulties aren't a reflection of their attractiveness or desirability. Most partners are incredibly supportive when they understand the situation and your commitment to improvement. The question I'm asked most frequently is whether there's a normal frequency for masturbation. The answer isn't a specific number, it's about function and quality of life. If self-pleasure interferes with work, relationships, or daily activities, or if you prefer it to partnered sex, it may be worth examining your patterns. Healthy masturbation enhances your overall sexual function rather than replacing it. It should complement, not compete with, your intimate relationships. When practiced with appropriate techniques, self-pleasure reduces stress, improves sleep, and maintains sexual function during periods without partners. The most important point I can make is this: sexual difficulties caused by masturbation techniques are completely reversible with proper guidance and commitment. You haven't permanently damaged yourself. Your body possesses remarkable ability to heal and adapt when given the opportunity. If you recognize yourself in any of these patterns, don't despair. Take action. Your sexual health affects far more than just physical pleasure. It impacts your confidence, your relationships, and your overall quality of life. You deserve to experience the full range of human sexual connection. Start your recovery today. Your future self and your partner will thank you for having the courage to make these changes. Remember, seeking help for sexual health issues isn't shameful. In many it's an investment in your well-being and relationships. Subscribe to Urology for Men for more evidence-based content about sexual health that cuts through myths and provides real solutions. Your journey to healthier sexuality starts with understanding, and understanding starts with honest scientific information delivered with compassion.